on today is Monday. As you guys know, every single Monday, we come to whisper fire, whisper the truth, and nothing but the
Truth,
That's my
baby.
boy right there, Matt Shizzle, Dizzle, Whizzle. We gonna get Rizzle of him. Just kidding. It's my boy right here. What we're gonna talk about today, brother?
We're going to talk about what we would tell our 18 to 21-year-old
What
self.
would you tell your
Self.
18 to 21-year-old self? That's the question. Like, if I could go back, I'm 32, turning 33. You're 28, turning 29, or you just turned 29, 28?
I'm 28, turn 29 next year.
So you 28, motherfucker. You just turned 28.
I mean, bro, we're already almost to the end of the year.
Hey,
Time is
flying. Yeah, so what would I tell my 21-year-old self and 18-year-old self and 19-year-old self and 20-year-old self? I would say this. This is what I would say. Focus on the money, baby. Focus on the money. And when I say money, I'm talking about your education. Focus on your education. Focus on your grind. Focus on building you. Focus on taking care of yourself, your mind, your spirit, your soul. Focus on you. Because a lot of times when you're that young, your testosterone, for some weird reason, God's like, you know what? I'm going to make you focus on something completely different. Boom. Right?
Yep.
So you want to focus on girls. I see so many people in Brickell, 21-year-olds, going out there drinking, partying, having a good time. There's nothing wrong with that. But one of the things that I think separates you from the masses of asses is when you can say, you know what? I'm going to focus on the things that are truly, truly important, which is what? Getting your mind right. Getting your soul right. Getting your spirit right. Going out there and grinding. Learning how to get your skill sets up. Learning how to make your mindset bulletproof. Like, I started the gym at 17 years old. You know what it did for me in my life? I have never quit the gym. You know that?
I mean, that's what I would say. That's what I would tell my 18 to 21-year-old self, because I've never been an active person.
Really?
Yeah.
So you were fat?
One of my favorite clips. But yeah, I mean, I was always chubby. My brother was always my brother was born with a six-pack. All I had to do was get bigger.
Really?
Yeah, I swear I can show you a picture after this. But
No way.
Dude, he was just always like skinny and shredded, and always playing sports. I was there playing guitar and doing other artsy stuff. But
So you were in the artsy world, and he was in basically he was genetically fucking mutated.
yeah. So 2 years ago, I started going to the gym and changed my life, bro. I feel like you've seen the difference. I started working with you about 2 years ago.
Did you start the gym when we started talking?
About there, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. If you're watching this video, right, you got to think to yourself, you're 25 or you're 20, you're probably watching this, you're 21. What can you do differently that your 30-year-old self would be so freaking proud? Because a lot of times, you know what we do? We do things that our older self would never be proud of. Like your 30-year-old self, your 40-year-old self doesn't give a crap how many girls you bang down. Nobody cares about that.
Yeah, that all dies away, for sure.
It does, because at the end of the day, who the hell is counting but you, if that, right? Like, who cares? You got one in the bag. Nobody gives a shit. And you can't really take that to the bank. Like, you having fun with a chick or, you having fun with a dick, whatever your role is, right? Whatever your game plan is. How is that going to make any difference when you're 30 years old? It doesn't.
Right.
There's literally, it's like, it's nothing, like what you eat today is not going to change how you feel or how you act when you're 30 or 40, right? Like what you eat today, like if I eat a cheeseburger today, when I'm 34, 54, 64, nothing's going to change. But the small decision of what I eat makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
Right? So it's not about, my actions, well, it doesn't matter when I'm, no, it does matter, because the little things you do today will affect you later on.
Exactly.
Not necessarily the action, but what type of action.
Yeah.
Because you're going to do something.
I mean, the choices of today affect tomorrow, right?
You're going to do something. You're always going to do something. You're either going to chase girls or you're going to stay home and read a book.
Yep.
There's always this dichotomy. Like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? There's always this choice that you have to make. Do I read this book or do I not read a book? Do I go to events? Do I not go to events? Do I invest in myself? Do I not invest in myself? Do I go to this massage parlor? Get it? Or I know. You got to figure. There's always a choice. I remember one of my boys one time, he's like, yo, let's go to this massage parlor, get a massage. I said, now, like, cool, let's go. And all of a sudden, he's like, yo, let's go. And then it's only $200. So I'm like, dude, I didn't come here for that. So I stayed in the car. I was like, fuck that.
That's hilarious.
And looking back, I'm like, thank God I didn't do it, because what was I going to get? I wasn't going to catch any happiness. I was going to catch an STD. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was I going to do? So I learned a long time ago, like, you got to do things that are going to make sense for your 30, 40, 50-year-old self to say, you know what, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people make decisions today that their 30, 40-year-old, 50-year-old self is not proud of.
Yeah.
And those decisions bite you in the ass.
Yeah. Would you say, though, like, talking about, having all these maybe bodies, as a guy, maybe, having all these bodies under your belt, whatever, like, like all these trophies, at least that's what some young guys might think. Would you say it's all a scam? You know, it's all like a societal scam. Like it's all because
I mean, I'll be honest with you. If you go out there and be a man whore, right? How is that gonna benefit you? Like, okay, outside of you gaining some experience, like,
Yeah.
what does that really do for you? Yeah, a little boost of ego, a little boost of confidence. You got a girl. Okay, fine. But I think the reason why most people chase that win is because they have not recognized that that same win they can chase with girls, they can do the same thing in business. They don't realize that it's the same game.
Yeah.
So, like for example, they feel like it's an easy win because if you can get girls, you feel like you've accomplished something, and men want to accomplish shit. So that's an easy game. Like you don't have to like. All you gotta do is look good, smell good, put your hair nice, whatever. Go out there, talk to some girls, get some numbers, talk to some more girls, get some more. Like figure out the game, and you can fucking figure it out easily.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they tend to win in that game. Like it's not that difficult.
Yeah.
But if you take that same mindset, the same activity, the mindset, the whole process, and put it towards business, it's the same shit.
Yeah, because you're putting your energy in the wrong place.
Yeah, so I focused on, doing like prospecting for girls, right? You got to go out there and what? You got to go to the club. You got to go to maybe swipe left and right on apps. You got to maybe go to events. You got to network. You got to go hang out with friends. So you can meet other people. You cannot meet a girl sitting in your house with no phone. Like, who are you going to meet?
Right.
Just you on the fucking couch? Right? So what I've learned is that you have to go out there and talk to girls, right?
Yeah.
Talk to guys, whatever your role is, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with business. You're not gonna get business by sitting at home doing nothing and being on the fucking phone.
I agree.
Like you gotta go out there. You can use your phone, of course, DM this and that. But if you're not utilizing going out there talking to people, how are you gonna get business?
Yeah.
How are people gonna know who you are, what you're about?
Yeah. And the thing is, at that age, that's when you have more energy than usual. Because as you get older, you're just gonna get maybe.
I disagree. I disagree with that because I have more energy today than I did before.
I had way more energy before, man.
You had way more energy before? It's because I've been going to the gym for the past what?
Yeah.
I've been going to the gym for the past 15 years.
Yeah.
So almost 16 years I've been going to the gym. This September, October is gonna be 16 years.
Yeah.
So I've been going to the gym consistently, never stopped, never took the vacations off.
You also like are not really a drinker or anything like that.
Oh,
So
of
that
course
also
not.
has a lot to play.
Of course. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do bullshit. I'm very
Because as
careful.
you get older, if you decide to,
You know what's crazy? The only processed foods that I actually take is those protein chips. And I'm not saying that because they don't pay me, but protein chips and bring me a couple of protein bars, right? And maybe protein shakes. But outside of that, I don't eat processed fucking shit. I eat cooked shit.
yeah, like Whole Foods.
Like foods, food. Like I go to the grocery store. Why? And I also go to restaurants and buy like food that's being cooked because I believe that has helped me with energy as well.
Yeah.
I also take multivitamins. I also take care of my body. Like I do things that are very active. So like I have a lot of energy. And by the way, you may say like at 32 years old, you can be tired. I don't know, man. I've been getting more energy every single year.
Yeah.
And I'm also lean as shit right now. So when you're leaner, you have way more energy than you are when you're fat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here we go.
So here we go.
She's
We
coming.
got the cat.
She's coming.
She's coming. Anyway.
Curious one.
Move. Yeah, exactly. So what I have learned is that if you take care of your body, take care of your mind at a young age, and you just become consistent at something, you will figure it out and get to the places that your future self will be very proud of.
Yeah.
And a lot of people make decisions that don't make them proud. A lot of people make decisions that don't make them proud.
I agree.
They drink. They're like, oh, I'm 21. YOLO. This fucking statement drives me bananas. YOLO.
Yeah.
Okay? Why don't you fucking eat horse shit if it's YOLO? Like, why not? If it's YOLO, right?
Yeah.
Eat horse shit. Oh, no, but that's not it. No, but you want to do stupid shit that your older self will be very disappointed at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking about today? I'm going to be 40-something years old. Hopefully, if God gives me the chance to live, I'm going to live to that age, and 50 and 60. But like, what would Michael Barayev at 40 years old be thinking? What would he be? Where would he be at? What would he think of the Michael of today?
Yeah.
Like, what would he be thinking about? What would he tell me? What are some pieces of advice that he would tell me?
Yeah.
Right? And it's sometimes it's like, damn, like, who do I want to become? Who does Michael Barayev want to become? I don't want to compare myself to other people. Like, who's the best version of Michael at 40? Because Michael at 40 will be way better than Michael at 32.
Yeah, yeah.
100%. I already know it. I can see it. Because Michael 32 is 10 times more smarter, faster, sharper, sexier, everything than Michael at 21 years old. Right? So I've learned that my older self, what would I learn from him? What would I want? And I'll be honest with you, at 21 years old, 18, 19, 21 years old, I did not think that this Michael today would be who he is today. I thought I would be I caught myself short.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of who I am today because I made those choices early on to become who I am. So now I'm like, okay, will the 40-year-old version of Michael Barayev be happy with who I am today and what I'm doing today? A mentor of mine told me a long time ago, he's like, Michael, do you remember what you did last year, September 28th? That was my birthday. I was like, I have no fucking idea, right? But I know I had a good time. I probably spent time with my mom, but we went to a restaurant. He's okay. Do you remember what you did September 8th? I'm like, I really have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
right? What about 4 years ago, September 10? I'm like, beats me. So I don't know what the fuck I did back then, but I do hope that one thing that I did do was I did everything I possibly could that day to push myself toward my dreams and goals. So every day to me is a new day to fight for your dreams, to fight for your goals, to fight for your aspirations. And by the way, sometimes you may be in a place, especially at 21, where you don't know what those dreams are.
Absolutely.
You don't know what those goals are, and that's fucking okay.
But that's a great point, and I think and for those people asking that question, it's like, oh, but I don't know what I want to do yet. All these things, it's like,
I still don't know what I want to do,
right. But
and I'm 32.
I think a good thing when you don't know is make sure you're investing in yourself. Make sure you're working towards a better you. I don't want to say like, oh, find yourself. Not
No,
like that.
you're not gonna find yourself unless you go find other people.
But work
Other
on you,
people,
you know what I mean?
Other
Work on you.
people, other people will give you ideas and gonna give you concepts to work on for yourself. So
Yeah.
you're not gonna figure it out on your own. The brain that created the problem is not gonna be the same brain that creates the solution. You need a different brain to solve that problem.
Yeah.
Now you can elevate yourself to become that brain that creates the solution, but the challenge is that it takes time to become that brain to create the solution. So it's
Right.
better to find other brains that already accomplished that before to help you solve that problem.
Absolutely.
So that's why it's important to be around other people that strive to be better than you and are already better than you. I love being around people that are 10 times smarter than me in whatever it is that they're doing because I have ideas. Because the
It's
ideas,
one of the best things you can do.
yeah, because ideas don't come from you being a genius. Ideas come from like paying attention to what ideas to listen to around people, and who are you around? You know,
Absolutely. You need to
and
check
it's
your
not about
circle.
age. Age does not guarantee wisdom.
Yeah.
Because I've had fucking 21-year-olds give me some amazing fucking ideas, and we implemented them, whether it was for business, for work, for the creation of content. Like you always
Yeah.
got to be aware that there's other people out there that have amazing minds. And how do you put those minds together to gain something from them? So I'm always looking at people and paying attention. What can I gain from them? What can I learn from them? And this is not like a selfish thing. It's just like, what can I extract?
selfish at all.
What can I extract from this individual? It's going to help me get closer to where I need to go, right? And that's why I love being in an environment like Brickell, for example, because you meet so many kinds of people.
Yeah, everyone has different stories and skills that you can help each other out with. 100%.
Exactly. And people say there's a cliche thing, oh, yeah, you got to network. No, but really, there's some genuinely smart ways to network where you can learn a lot. I like calling a couple of my friends that are really successful, that are doing better than me, and ask them, what are they doing? What are they failing at? I have a friend of mine right now he was telling me yesterday, his industry is struggling a little bit. I'm like, oh shit, why? So I'm curious to know what's going on in that industry. Why is it suffering?
Yeah.
I'm always trying to see why things are going the way they're going, like understanding the psychology of the marketplace. The marketplace has its own psychology. There's the macroeconomics, and you have the microeconomics, and you have the individual economics, right? So I'm always trying to pay attention, like, why are things happening the way they're happening? Geopolitically, because of products, because of this, because of that, all these different things that come into play, and I'm always paying attention. And the world is changing every single day.
Yeah.
Because there's new ideas being thrown out all the time. So what would I tell my 21-year-old self? Study the fucking market. Study the outside. Study everything around you. Pay attention. And then one day what's going to happen? The idea will just show up.
Yeah.
Or the right person will show up. Or the right relationship will show up, and it's going to give you a spark. And at that moment, you're going to have to make a decision. What will you do? And a lot of times there's opportunities that knock on your door, but you don't fucking do shit with it. So I'm very careful. If I see an opportunity that comes to my place or comes to my chair, I'm like, okay, let me just look into that. I never say no right away.
Yeah.
Let me look into that. I have a friend of mine who's trying to buy a business right now. It's not the business that I want to get involved in, but I'm like, you know what? I'm open to the idea. Let me see it.
Right.
5-10 minutes won't kill me. Now, if he wants me to go fucking 2-3 weeks of analyzing the deal, I don't have time for that, but 5-10 minutes, I'm willing to listen because I don't want to say no, because what happens is when you say no too many times, kind of like when I said no to my friends about clubbing and partying, what happens when you tell the same boy to come out and he keeps telling you, nah, I'm good, nah, I'm good, nah, I'm good.
You're not going to ask again.
Eventually, they're going to stop asking.
Yeah.
So I don't want people to stop showing me opportunities or offering me opportunities all because I said no. So
Yeah.
I always respect and say, hey, no to this specific opportunity, but if you got more for me, please send it my way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying no because you're offering it. I'm saying no to this specific thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's really
so
good.
as a 21-year-old, in my opinion, I think you got to go out there, study the marketplace, look what is out there.
I think you got to make sure, again, that you're investing in yourself and acquiring new skills, getting good daily habits, doing all these things. So when opportunity knocks on your door, you at least have something good under your toolkit. You know what I mean?
And I believe that the best skill set, if you have to think about the one skill set, what's the most important skill set in the freaking whole world? In my opinion, and I'm thinking about, I got to say this unbiased, right? Because you may think I'm biased. You may think marketing or sales. I would say sales. I would say sales because if you're a videographer,
Yeah.
okay, what is the number one skill you need to have in order to get to go out there in the marketplace? You got to sell people.
Yeah.
You got to sell people.
I agree
And
with
marketing is a form of selling because you're literally selling the people the idea of what? Buying your shit.
Yeah.
It's just the style of how you market.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're a garbage man, you got to pick up contracts. If you're a landscaper, you got to get like if you think about anything in the world, the transfer of energy between two people or companies, whatever it may be, comes from the root of sales. And if I think every single 21-year-old or 18, 19, 21 learn sales
Yeah.
and then go into your industry, like for example, does a doctor need sales?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Doctor needs sales because he needs to sell you the medication. Otherwise, you won't buy it.
Yeah.
Right? So, and the best doctors are what? The best salespeople. If you look at the best of anybody, they're usually, look at Donald Trump, right? I'm not even supposed to say because YouTube, but like, if you think about the president or anybody, they were the best salespeople. They sold you on an idea to vote for them, to choose them.
Of course.
So I think that the best skill set for me, if I was 19, 20, 21, which I did do this, by the way, I learned skills. I learned sales. It changed my life.
Yeah.
Because sales has helped me with interviews in the street. Sales has helped me with building companies. Sales has helped me making money. Sales has helped me fucking go from hungry to not being hungry. Like everything I can relay back to my skill set was sales.
Yeah.
And if you add other skill sets like marketing or this or that, like whatever it may be, yes, you're going to grow faster. But you need the foundation, in my opinion, of dealing with freaking people. And how do you deal with people? Sales.
Yeah.
Psychology of people. This cat, right? This cat is a mess.
Wants to make a ruckus.
Ruckus
No, but
schmuckus.
those are all amazing points, I think. And for me, I wish I read more. I started reading, honestly, maybe like a year ago, and it's audiobooks. I haven't even read actual books like that. That's the only way I could dive in with my HD, my freaking ADD. But I would say I would read more. I would have loved to start the gym a lot younger. I think if your body's right, you can get your mind right. It's like
Yeah, you don't have to beat yourself up. Like some of you guys want to fucking kill yourself. You don't have to go crazy. I didn't abuse my body. Like I do Muay Thai, but I don't go crazy, bro. Like a little bit crazy sometimes, but like not really. Like, I want to be 50 years old and still be able to be active and agile in the business and work and this and that. So I think taking care of your vessels is extremely important. Your best vessel is your brain.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are smart as hell, but their body is decaying.
Yeah.
You got to take care of both, and then your soul, your spirit. Those are some of the things that will work on if I'm 20, 21 years old. Like, if I really have to think about it, what would I tell Michael Marive at 20, 21 years old? Don't fucking stop educating yourself.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what changed me. That's what changed my life. Education into topics that I had no experience in.
Yeah.
What am I going to learn? Sales, marketing, relationships, psychology, right?
Yeah.
Those things changed my life.
Being open to those things for sure.
100%.
And then the other point when you were talking about like checking your circle and who you surround yourself with is really good because for me, I believe in like life should be done in community. It's
100%. By the way, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. We need you part of the community.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you, right? You know what I'm saying? So subscribe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right now, subscribe. I didn't see you subscribe yet. All right, there we go. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Two are better than one. And there's times where maybe even younger people go through a season of like maybe being isolated or something like that. But going in that little moment of darkness or hardship, that's what's going to make you stronger in the end. But at the end of the day, I definitely believe you should surround yourself with good people, have good friends, not friends that want to party all the time or, get lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. You got to shed, shift, and replace your network a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? Like for me, I started with a group of friends that they just wanted to have a good time.
Yeah.
And that was okay for them. That's what they didn't want to focus on the future at that moment. They're not bad people. They're just at that moment, they wanted to have fun.
When you start doing your thing, you're going to realize who your real friends are, right?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. They're great people. They were awesome people. They were real good friends. They were not friends that would help me make more money.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with them.
Or just grow
I say
in
what's up to them
general.
once every year or two, huh?
Or just grow in general. Yeah.
They just didn't want to do what I wanted to do. I became obsessed with changing Michael.
Yeah.
I did not like who I was. I hated the version that I was at that moment. I said, I need to change. And the only way to change is to read books, audiobooks, go to events, and do these different things. I have to do it. I have someone that's trying to mentor me. I'm looking to change Michael because if I change me, I can change my outcome. And what is my outcome? I want to make more money.
Yeah.
How do I make more money? I got to be a different human being. And Michael Barive at that age was willing to go through the pain of changing because changing is not fun. Changing hurts. Changing is uncomfortable, literally. You're like, it's like learning a new language or a new skill set. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's like playing a new video game. It sucks. But once you learn the game, once you get good at it, then it becomes fun.
Yeah.
But in the beginning stages, it fucking sucks. Sitting out there and working your ass off and not getting a result, that sucks.
Yeah.
Door to door, phone sales, all that shit sucks, man.
Yeah.
Getting new clients sucks. But once you get the ball rolling day in and day out, eventually you'll start getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
Then you start feeling better and part of your rhythm, and now you feel fucking great.
Absolutely.
So you got to, but I was so obsessed with changing me because I was tired of living the life that I lived, and I wanted something completely different. I wanted to have more money, more options, more choices, more freedom, and I said, okay, the only way to do that is to what? I have to change Michael.
Yeah.
So if you have the ability, and by the way, it's much easier to change yourself when you're in your early 20s than it is to change when you're 30 or 40. I'm not saying you can't change, but I'm saying it's just, imagine starting in the gym when you started at 18. Like if you started the gym at 17, it would have been a way different, whole different ball game. See, I started gym at 17. I have a way different connection to the gym than I do with maybe someone like yourself.
Yeah.
Like I don't miss the gym for that reason, because once you're out of that PNC mode, which is persistent, consistent mode, you're fucked.
Yeah, I agree.
So for me, since 17 years old, consistent and persistent, you know, outside of God stopping me for whatever reason, I ain't stopping. It's just something that I need to do for me.
Yeah, I agree. And you just got to trust the process.
100%. So listen, if you're 20, 21 years old, hopefully you can tell your 30-year-old self, what would he say to you? What would she say to you? And think about that.
Yeah.
So,
and all these things we talked about, whether it's even if it's talking to girls, going out, whatever, it's so much better. And I know you can agree with me when you're already established.
100%.
And
You know
can do it with freedom
how much easier it
without
is?
stressing out.
Dude, let me tell you something. I became single at 31 years old,
Yeah,
right? 31, 32, whatever it was. I don't remember. It was so much easier to get girls at 31 with money than it was when I was broke.
absolutely.
I mean, it just felt comfortable.
Yeah.
You just felt more like a boss.
Yeah.
Like when you have a couple of dollars in your bank account versus when you're 18, you have fucking 17 nickels. It's much easier to go out there and fucking talk to people and not be stressed out.
Yeah.
And also, if you wake up late, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, like you can miss, you have your own, whatever it may be. It feels better because you've established yourself versus trying to fake it to make it out there.
Yeah.
Build you up so that, and by the way, you attract way better quality girls as well. Not because of your money, because of your
100%.
intelligence.
Yeah.
So at 20 years old, the girls that I attracted, oh my God. Right?
Yeah.
But the girls that I attracted at 30-something was way better. The quality of women was much, much better.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm in a tough city, by the way, okay? Miami is a very fucking tough place. But
Super.
we were still able to attract some quality freaking people that I either took on a date or I got to know, whatever it may be. Because why? Because I became a better me. You will never attract what you want. You will always attract who you are. Always. And when I say who
100%.
you are, doesn't mean if you're a guy, you're going to attract a guy. No. If you're a dude that, let's say, for example, is ambitious and driven and loyal and honest and very outgoing and very healthy and blah, 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 you're going to attract someone similar to that.
Yeah.
Because, for example,
No Diddy.
let me ask, no dating, motherfucker. Listen, if you're a guy, and you go to the gym, what kind of girl do you look for?
Wait, say that again? Sorry.
If you're a guy, you go to the gym, what kind of girl are you looking for?
A gym girl.
Yeah, she got to be fat. Can't be with a fat bitch. No disrespect. God bless your soul. You can be fat, but not for me. I can't date that. It's hard.
Yeah. You want a healthy partner just like you're trying to achieve
100%.
good health. Yeah.
100%. And by the way, if you fat, it's okay. You can do whatever you want. But for me, a fat person wouldn't want to spend time with me either because guess what? They want to eat chunky monkey ice cream at night. I don't want that. They want to eat Pringles at night. That's not for me. And I may get slayed for this in the comments, but it's okay. It is what it is. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Like, if you're fat, you might attract someone that's fat. If you're skinny, you're going to attract someone that's skinny. If you're smart, you may attract someone smart. Can you imagine a dumb person trying to have a conversation with a smart person? It doesn't work. You will never attract what you want. You will always attract who you are. So you need to become a better you so you can attract better people into your life. And this, by the way, goes for business. This goes for relationships. This goes for friendships. If you look at your friends right now, your family member, whoever it is, and you're like, damn, these motherfuckers are stupid. Guess what? The biggest, stupidest person in the room is you.
Yep.
If you look at everyone around you, they're always like complaining and whining and bitching and moaning. They're not making any kind of money. Who are you, my friend? You were attracting who you are, not what you want. So be very careful. Be very careful to focus on changing you first and then attracting people. Otherwise, you're going to get the wrong people in your life. So anyway, we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. We want to attract people like you because you're watching this because you met me. We attract each other. Let's go. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video.